World leaders honor Holocaust survivors amidst rising global anti-Semitism. King Charles was there too, looking very tearful. First time a king has been there from the UK. Around 600 people, including international Jewish community leaders and activists, gathered on Sunday in the Polish city of Krakow at an event organized by the World Jewish Congress ahead of the International Holocaust Remembrance Day. 17 Holocaust survivors attended the event in the city, located 1 hour's drive from Auschwitz. Let's also remember Netanyahu could not attend this year for the first time because other countries are threatening to arrest him on the ICC case against him and Gallant. So there's that too. And then anti-Semitism is so extremely high at the moment, it is crazy. All over the world. They say at least, and this is their latest report, 17 January 2025, I think, at least half the world, I personally think it's like 80-90%, but half the world harbors anti-Semitic feelings towards the Jews and Israel. Everyone is being swept up against the Jews and Israel constantly, and it's everywhere. Israeli ministers fears for safety of Jews in Ireland after Michael Higgins' speech. It followed a Jewish protester. A Jewish protester was physically dragged out of a venue during President Higgins' speech on Sunday when she attempted to stand up and turn her back to him in protest over the language he was using. Another 19 Jews walked out in protest when she was removed, and the 20 were refused to allow them back into the event. So they wanted to stand up and turn their backs to him. They weren't violent, they weren't saying anything, and they were thrown out. They weren't allowed to come back. Ms. Haskell told The Independent that the removal of Jews from a Holocaust memorial event as the world prepared to mark 80 years since the liberation of Auschwitz was heartbreaking. 80 years, a generation, as per Psalm 90 verse 10. She pointedly noted that during the Second World War, Ireland remained neutral and did not fight the Nazis. She went on to use the stage to criticize Israel and try and compare Israel to Nazis is ridiculous. Simon Harris hit back at the claims of anti-Semitism. I utterly reject the assertion that Ireland is anti-Israel. Ireland is pro-peace, pro-human rights, and pro-international law. Ireland wants a two-state solution and for Israel and Palestine to live in peace and security, peace and safety, peace and stability. Ireland will always speak up for human rights and international law. So they make it sound oh so nice, but they are anti-Israel, they're making anti-Semitic statements, and they're pushing really hard, as is most of the world's nations, if not all, for a two-state solution as fast as possible, having international meetings where they all get together all the time for exactly that point. And we're seeing that come to fruition very, very soon, quite possibly in the months ahead in 2025. So again, at this milestone of 80 years that they are now looking back on the time in the concentration camps to now, just before an even greater Holocaust is literally just a few mere years ahead, according to the Word of God, which is always right. We just keep the Jews and Israel in our prayers at a time such as this. Shalom.